Hi, my babies. Today I want to talk about dating. I cannot stand dating. Okay, let me correct myself. I actually really enjoy dating. I like getting to know people. I like going out, looking cute, all of that. All of that is so much fun. But I hate dating in this generation. I don't know what's up with everyone, but it just feels like everyone is into playing games. People are coming with all of this trauma and issues that they don't want to look at, don't want to address. And personally, I think that a lot of people actually date for a hobby. Like, I think that there are people out there that get a dopamine hit when they're going on dates, when they meet new people, when they're getting that constant validation by swiping and matching and all of that. And don't get me wrong, it is kind of exciting when you first get into it, but that excitement wears off after it's just like the same cycles over and over, and you're just like, where are the normal people? Like, where are the people that have actually, like, maybe done a little therapy and done a little healing and know how to compromise and know how to communicate? Do I sound jaded or what? You know what I do enjoy doing? I love scrolling through TikTok and listening to everyone else's dating horror stories. Now, if you know me, you know I'm nosy. You know I love drama. And especially when it's other people's drama, I actually don't like my own drama. I don't want to have drama. Please leave me alone. But if you are someone that shares your drama to the internet, thank you. You are doing us a service. But I came across these videos from this creator on TikTok, Megatran. And she records these ghosted dating radio show clips, and I cannot get enough of them, honestly. They're so good.
I met Brittany on Tinder. We met up for drinks, had a good time. I feel like, we had great conversation, had a lot of laughs. And then I just never heard from her.
Okay.
I've been texting her, I've been calling her, nothing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I remember going out with Lee, absolutely.
Well, he gave us a call, said you guys had a great first date, and then he said he hadn't heard from you since, and he asked us to give you a call on his behalf.
I went out with Lee, and we met up for drinks, but we stayed for a couple, and I just got the hint that he didn't want to go home, and I had work, so I kind of just called myself an Uber, and he said, don't worry about the tab, and he said that a couple of his friends had actually walked into the bar, and he was going to stay and hang out with them. I actually frequent this bar a lot because I know the bartender, and so the next time I went in, I found out that Lee actually did not hang out with his friends. He waited until my Uber left, and then he snuck out without paying the tab.
Basically, people call into this radio show and they tell them, like, I've been ghosted by someone, can you help me? They give them the person's number so that the radio show can call the person and maybe find out why that person was ghosted. Simple. And yes, before you say it, maybe some of these are fake. There's a bunch of radio stations that do similar clips to this, similar series or shows, and I'm sure some of them are fake, of course. But, I mean, if you don't know for sure, why are we gonna ruin the fun? Be delusional with us, babes. The first video is this girl, Dahlia, I think it's Dahlia, that calls into the show because she met this guy. She lives in Canada, he lives in Ohio, and they met each other when he was on a trip in Canada visiting.
It's complicated. Like, I met this awesome guy. His name is Tristan. He lives down in the States in Ohio. When he went back home, he had told me that we were gonna stay in touch. Mm-hmm. He was talking about having me come down, flying me to Ohio. Oh. And since then, nothing. Crickets.
They have a really good time, just vibing out. And then he's getting ready to go home, and before he goes, he's like, we're gonna keep in touch, we're gonna stay connected because I really like you, and I had such a good time. It's been 2 weeks since she last talked to him, and now she's calling in the show because she's like, what's up? What's good? What happened? Is you alive? Before the show calls Tristan, they ask Dahlia some basic questions just to get a feel of what might have happened.
Have you seen him active on Instagram, on social media? Do you know his socials? Do you follow him?
Who's that?
There you go.
He actually told me he doesn't have an IG, at all.
That's a red flag.
Yeah,
That's a red flag.
The show calls Tristan up. Tristan, he's a friendly guy. He's willing to talk. He doesn't even know who these people are, but he's chatting. One of the first questions they end up asking him is, do you have Instagram? And Tristan, he jumps right on it. Yes, I do. I sure do. So they're like, interesting.
Hey, it's Tristan.
Oh, hey, Tristan. My name is Miles. I host the night show on Virgin Radio. So do you know someone, I'm just going to get straight to it,
I like it.
called Delia?
Hey, no, I'm sorry, it doesn't ring a bell.
Follow-up question. Do you have social media?
I do have social media.
Oh, wait a second.
Busted.
Hey,
Fortunately for Tristan, it seems like he has a case of amnesia because he doesn't know who Delia is. And when Delia starts talking, he's still confused. Delia's ready though. It's clear that Delia called for vengeance. She wants his head. She starts asking him questions about the trip, just trying to jog that memory.
Delia?
Oh, come on, bestie. You don't remember me? Really?
Oh, wait a second.
I was in Canada. I was in Canada recently, but I was staying with my cousin Chad the entire time I was there.
Right. Do you know
Entire
Delia, though?
time.
Like, the person that's talking to you on the phone?
Do you
I know we were going to
recognize-
do that,
Right
but,
now?
like,
Do you recognize the
let's
voice?
do again.
Don't play.
I do recognize the voice.
Wow. So you don't remember your sweet Canadian cuddle buddy? No? You don't remember any of this?
I mean,
None of this? No?
I don't know what to tell you, Delia. I
Okay, well then
apologize.
let's talk about Chad. Let's talk about Chad, Tristan, since you want to name drop Chad. What about his girlfriend Marie and me, Delia, and how we all hung out for 2 weeks straight? Tell them that I said hi, but also while you're at it, maybe you want to tell Giselle hi for me too.
Who's Giselle?
Wait.
Who are all these people?
Hold on, who's Giselle?
His girlfriend?
You're crazy, and I'm hanging up. This is...
No,
I'm not doing
you're
this.
not hanging up. I have her IG pulled up right now, so unless
Shut
you want me to
up.
send
Who's
a
Giselle?
very heated message, I would stay on the line, sweetheart. I wouldn't go anywhere.
Is
Wait,
Blackmail?
question. Hold on. Who is Giselle?
Giselle is my fiance.
Yeah, his fiance. Not even just a girlfriend. His fiance, his future wife, maybe. Who knows? Maybe Giselle might be listening in. Maybe Giselle might get sent a clip on TikTok. If you're a man and you date women, please come closer. Come closer. Listen to me. If you lie, we will find out. Every woman I know knows everything. No, but seriously, if you say you don't have a social media, we're finding the social media. So you better really not have a social media. And this goes for everyone. Just stop lying about stupid things. Stop betraying your partners. Stop pretending to be single when you're not. So Delia, she already knows. She knows that Tristan does have an Instagram and that Tristan also is in a relationship. She knew all of this before she called in. She just wanted to confront him. That's why I said she wanted blood.
Okay, girl, I'm going to be real with you.
Be real, girl.
Yes. He said that he
Okay,
does not
girl.
have an IG, and the lie detector test determined that was a lie. I found his IG.
This is no
That
longer
was a lie.
ghosted. It's
Oh
Jerry
my God.
Springer.
I thought it was Maury, but yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
He has a lovely fiance named Giselle, beautiful girl, mind you. And I really think it would ruin a beautiful girl's beautiful day to get a message from me and find out that her fiance spent 2 fabulous weeks with me up in Canada. So,
Wait.
Oh my
Don't send it yet.
God.
Wait, what do you want?
Yeah,
really,
what
what
are
do
you
you want
trying to
before you
get out
press
of
send?
this?
Yeah, what do you...
What can I do for you?
Oh, my God.
I can feel it right now. Delia is having her plankton moment. She has the secret formula in her hands. It's hers, all hers, and she won't let anyone take it from her.
Tristan, all I want to know is, you said you loved me.
Which is a red flag, let's be for real. If you know someone for 2 weeks and they're already saying I love you, run. Run from that person. It could be someone love bombing you, or it could be someone that's just really desperate to be loved, and maybe they're mixing feelings of infatuation with love. I feel like Tristan is begging for his life right now. He knows right now that Delia just has him by the balls.
Complicated. Look, I
What?
get it. I was a dick. I really, really enjoyed spending time with you. I really liked you. I didn't want our time together to end while I was up in Canada. But I mean, you please drop this, okay?
poor
It's over. I need to get back to my life down here in the States.
Oh, my God.
You're unbelievable.
That could help him,
Just
actually.
give me 1 sec. Hang on, I'm almost done.
No.
Wait, what
I
are you
think she's
doing?
gonna send the message.
Messaging Giselle.
I'm
No.
almost, all right.
No. What are you doing?
And send. Done. Okay.
No.
So,
No.
I'm sure your fiance can tell you what I want, because I'm sure that she'll be having a word with you very soon. So I was pretty clear in my message to her, and I'm sure she'll find out all about it.
Oh, shit. No, wait.
He's gone. He went from Ohio to Ohio.
Daly, did you actually send a message to Giselle? Is that her name? Giselle?
Giselle, no, but I like the idea that he thinks that I.
Oh, you
and
didn't
then-
even send it.
Shut up.
Delia.
You know what? Round of applause to Delia. Round of applause, ma'am, because that was chef's kiss. And he's freaking out right now because he's not going to bring it up to Giselle. He's not going to be like, hey, babe, so did you get a message from a girl that I cheated on you with? Be for real. Tristan's not going to say that. So he's just going to be at high alert because he doesn't know when it's coming. He's thinking at any moment his girlfriend is about to get a message and open a message that says basically he cheated on her for 2 weeks while he was in Canada. And it's just never gonna come. Well, until she gets this TikTok, of course. I love it. I love it. So much drama. Okay, let's get into the second clip. This one is from a different radio station, I'm pretty sure, and it's a different segment. It's a date update episode, so I guess it's like you go on a first date with someone and then they just ghost you. So for this one, we have Cheryl who calls in. She's calling in because she went on a great first date with someone named Carter. They had a really good time. They even talked about having a second date. And after the first date, they were texting back and forth for a bit and then nothing. So she's calling because she wants to know what happened.
Cheryl, tell us how you met Carter.
I met him on Bumble. It went really well. We even set some plans to go out again. And then all of a sudden, he's gone.
Okay, he ghosted you.
Yeah.
Well,
So they call Carter up, and Carter just seems like he is over it. Like, even before knowing what's happening, he seems done with life. He also seems not very shocked that he's in this kind of situation, and he's pretty ready to have a conversation with Cheryl.
We've gotten a hold of Carter. He's agreed to come on the air with us. So, Carter, do you remember going out with Cheryl?
Yeah, I do.
well, she gave us a
sound
call,
good.
and she said you guys had a great first date. Even talked about going out on a second date, and then she said she never heard from you after that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised I ended up on this, and that's part of the problem, actually.
The fact that you're on second date update?
Yeah.
Why is that part of the problem? We're just calling you now. You guys went on a date a while ago.
Yeah. Well, she should know why. I know how this works, so is Cheryl there? You want to just put her on?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good to have her on right now?
Yeah, just go ahead and get it over with.
Okay. Okay.
Why did you ghost me?
You really don't know why?
I have no
No,
idea.
dude, tell
So
us.
she and I went on a date, pretty good date, but this is a complete invasion of my privacy, I thought. She went on TikTok and she told everybody about our date. She discussed it in detail with all her followers, and
right there.
I didn't even know because a friend of mine follows her, and then they told me. So that's how I found out. So she didn't even tell me.
But I didn't use your name or anything, so how's that an invasion of privacy?
People can pick up on clues and know who people are. Also, you didn't tell me.
Assumption.
Yeah, but you didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me this is a thing you do.
Why do I have to tell you? I didn't use your name. I didn't use pictures or videos of you. Like, nobody knows.
It just seems a little rude that you would do this, not tell the person that you went on a date with. And I watched some of your other videos, and I guess I got off easy because you weren't too kind to a lot of guys you went on dates with.
So, yeah, Carter ghosted Cheryl because he found out that she talks about dates that she goes on TikTok. You can tell that Carter's pretty pissed off about this, and honestly, I don't blame him. I don't know if it's such an invasion of privacy because someone is allowed to tell a story about a time they went on a date on their own platform. It's a different thing if they share your information, show photos, like that kind of stuff. But as someone that is also pretty private about my life, I'm not into like people going on TikTok or going on social media and talking about me, especially if we're going to be in a relationship. It's one thing if you just bring me up because we're friends or acquaintances, you had an interaction with me, whatever. It's a whole nother thing for someone that might be my partner one day to go to TikTok and give that kind of information. And it also leads me to believe that maybe she would share other information, or maybe the lines and the boundaries of what you're comfortable with is just going to be different for someone like Cheryl versus someone like Carter.
Well, I mean, I had a good time with you.
Yeah, well, I had a good time too until I saw your little video.
Cheryl, is this now something that you do all the time after your dates? You discuss your dates with your followers on TikTok?
I mean, yeah, I talk about it. Like, think about the world we live in today. This is what dating's like. Who cares if I share with my followers what a date was like? It's not like I'm telling them who the date is with or showing them what they look like.
It's like a series she has, like a date report or something that she does.
I mean, people do it in real life. What does it matter if I actually do it on TikTok?
Well, one-on-one in real life is different, but everybody, all your followers, everybody, that's on the internet. The whole world can see that.
Yeah, but I don't know who you are.
You mentioned details that were very specific to me, so it's like an invasion of privacy.
So if she did mention details that were specific to Carter, I could understand even more why he would be upset, but I'm really curious to hear like what that video was. So if anyone knows, if anyone knows Cheryl or her TikTok or the dating story with Carter, please send it to me because I need to hear it. You can also tell that Cheryl is pretty defensive at this time. She's like, I have the right to do this. You can't tell me what to do. It's my TikTok. It's my platform. I'm not even doing anything that crazy. crazy, which I don't think it's like crazy or anything to like have story time videos or talk about like situations you've been in. I think also that social media has become a new thing that couples will fight about. And not just social media, but the internet in general. Like 100 years ago, people were not fighting about like, oh, is it considered cheating to DM someone or reply to their story? Like just all of these added issues that social media and the internet is bringing up in people's relationships. And this is another one.
You should at least said something.
I mean, it's my prerogative to do whatever I want. I don't feel like I need to apologize for that. I didn't tell anyone it was you.
Okay.
It's my prerogative to ghost you if I want.
I mean, it's rude to just ghost somebody. You could have just been honest and said that instead of continuing to talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you were talking about being honest, you could have been honest with me and told me you were doing it. You could have just been upfront.
No. See, the difference is you ghosted me, so you lied to me having all those conversations with me. You misled me and you led me on, whereas I just didn't say anything. That's not a lie. We're talking about it now. I'm being honest about it.
No, we would have been cool if it wasn't for the video.
You know, unfortunately, Cheryl and Carter did have a really good time together, but something that seems very unimportant to Carter and pretty important to Cheryl is now dividing them. Cheryl likes being on TikTok and she wants to use her platform in the ways that she wants it, but Carter also has the right to say, I don't want to date someone that is gonna talk about us or talk about the things we're going through in life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I actually really like when people share things that are happening in their life, especially certain situations that people don't really talk about too often, because it can help others that might be dealing with similar things and maybe they feel alone, maybe they don't have anyone to talk to. I think it does provide some value for us, but I also think that, like, again, for myself, I personally don't want to share the details of my life on social media, and I don't want to be with someone that wants to share the details of our lives together on social media. I think Cheryl's coming off very defensive because she probably feels judged by Carter, and also maybe she really liked him, so this is kind of just a hit for her. It sounds like Carter did like her, and then he found information that he didn't like, and you know, he could have just had a conversation with her. I think that's the one thing I would agree on. Just have a conversation. Just be like, hey, I saw this video, it rubbed me the wrong way, I'm not too comfortable with this, and I'm not really interested in talking anymore because of this.
I probably would have gone out with you again, but we would have been cool if it wasn't for the video. So that's... Also, you're not 16 years old, like, doing this TikTok stuff. Come on. You're a grown woman.
That's your opinion.
I'm a grown woman and
I'm sorry you feel that way, but it's not going to stop me.
So, Carter, if we were to ask you if you'd like another date with Cheryl, we would pick up the tab for date number 2, and maybe, Cheryl, we would have the addendum that you don't post anything about the date. Would you be interested in going out with Cheryl a second time?
No. I'm definitely not agreeing to not posting. I mean, my TikTok followers will pay for our next date if he really wants to go on one.
Okay, so your date will be paid for either by us or your TikTok or her TikTok followers, but she will post it. Do you have any interest in going out a second time with Cheryl?
What do you think? Not only do I not want a second date, I want you to take down the video about me.
Yeah, that's not happening. That's my content. There's nothing that ties it to you.
I hate that word content. It's so stupid. Just take the video down. Take your content.
Happen, buddy. I'm sorry.
Your content. Sorry. Content.
Look, I get that a lot of people do not like social media. They think it's silly, they think it's a waste of time, and that's fine. But there are a lot of people out there that make a living for themselves through social media. They take it really seriously because it's a job to them, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's people that like to use social media because it's a social connection for them. It lets them see what's going on in the world. It lets them keep up with their friends and family and loved ones, or they just get some dopamine from it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I also think there are a number of men out there that think girls just be talking, they be yapping, they just be chatting too much, they use social media just to like do silly gossip things. And it's like, well, you don't have to judge us. Again, just because you don't like something doesn't mean that it's stupid or it doesn't provide value for someone else out there. I mean, I'm not judging people that like to watch men kick a ball from one end of the field to the other for hours because I can see why people find it entertaining for themselves. It's just not entertaining for me. So you don't have to be a dick, Carter.
Carter, thank you for coming on the air with us. Do appreciate your time. Thanks for being part of the show.
All right.
Cheryl, obviously that's not the answer you're hoping for.
But do you think Carter has a point? Because, I mean, his friends say they did recognize that you were talking about him.
I mean, look who's calling the kettle black. You're having them on your show talking about it, talking about content. This is exactly what it is. What's the big deal?
Well, the difference, I guess, would be that, we asked him if he'd like to come on the air, and he gave us his permission before we did this. If he said no at any point, we would pull it.
I get it, okay, but you're also using his name, and we got a little personal, whereas I don't use his name. I don't use photos or anything of him, so no, it's different.
They both kind of seem miserable. I get why Cheryl's being defensive, and she's like, I don't want to have to give up something that I enjoy just because you don't like it. I don't even know you really, and this is something that has been in my life before you. But I also understand why Carter feels how he feels, because if you don't like that stuff, you just don't like that stuff. And I don't think you should have your boundaries crossed just because this person is insistent on posting what you don't want to post. Again, they're just not made for each other. I don't know who they're made for, but good luck to both of them. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.